I've read, nationally, the numbers are pretty gruesome because beer sales, package sales is way up, as high as I've read, I think like 26% across the country. Can you kind of give us an idea, number-wise, what this epidemic is doing to how we're drinking Iowa craft beer? Obviously we're getting more of it in cans and bottles because draft's just not a possibility. Do you have any numbers or any data in terms of like how things have changed?
So we don't have any like super concrete numbers right this second, just because that's all in flux. But seeing a lot of these tap rooms that their tap rooms are closed, but hopefully with all of the local, shop local and order local and pick up local initiatives, some of that is kind of being replaced by takeout as opposed to just nothing whatsoever. Draft is tough. Draft is tough to deal with. All of your retail locations that kind of got stuck with something. That's kind of been an issue that a lot of people have been trying to rectify or figure out a solution for, because it's been 3 months now. So.
Right. But so many of these breweries, I mean, the draft selling kegs, that's half, maybe 60% of their business. So to lose that, how much trouble are we in now? I mean, I've read nationally where there are some projections we might lose half of the craft breweries across the country. Obviously, without naming names, I mean, are you getting feedback from breweries? Or, I mean, if you want to name names, that's up to you. But are there any Iowa breweries that are in real trouble as a result of all of this?
We, a little bit of that has been us kind of wanting to, not throw salt in the wound. Like, who thinks they're not going to open?
Right.
It's kind of a tough thing to ask people. But I think that the Brewers Association had put out kind of a report on what they think, those numbers look like the longer things go on. And honestly, I think that that's pretty indicative of both the nation and just the state in general.
Right.
I think originally they had said, could be like a third, but, even up to a half, but it just doesn't, we don't know because we don't know how long it is going on.
Do you have any idea? I mean, unemployment's over 30 million across the country. Do we have any idea how many people that work directly in the Iowa craft beer industry are currently not making any money?
We were getting numbers for this from our brewers, and we got maybe half or 2/3 of the breweries that our members had kind of responded, and it's a lot. That's the best way I can say that.
Right.
I mean, you think about how many part-time people or full-time people that work in a tap room, and from the smallest tap room where it's like 2 or 3 to somebody that's running a restaurant as well, where you've got 70 or 80 staff members. So it kind of runs the board depending on the brewery, and they're scary numbers, even without looking at every single one of them.
And then people who aren't working in the Iowa craft beer industry, they're unemployed. They got to cut back on entertainment, right? I mean, you're more likely to buy milk than beer. Not me, obviously. But
not me either.
Right. But general citizens
right.
are going to cut back on things like, entertainment and craft beer. So that's got to be worrisome too for your members, right?
And I think that there have been some pretty significant, like I said, like shop local or order local or buy local initiatives, and like don't go to a chain. So I think that people are maybe being a little bit more conscious. If they're being conscious with their money, they're also being more conscious as to where the money that they choose to spend goes, which I really appreciate.
We're recording this interview the day before some of the restrictions across the state get lifted. So this is a nerve-wracking time, an exciting time, a terrifying time. I mean, it's all of those things.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, what are you looking at short-term and long-term in terms of how things are going to bounce back? Do you think this all happens at once?
It's, like you said, it's all of those things. A lot of it, I think, is a little bit nerve-wracking and uncertain more than anything else. And I think that a lot of people are really aware of going places, and I think that that's a scary thing because, somebody might say, oh yeah, I really want to support my breweries, but I'm not going to go to an actual tap room until maybe July. So I think that it's scary because we don't have a good handle on consumer how the consumers feel, and that's really the big thing that's going to drive the next few months, I think, is how consumers feel about going into places, how people handle sanitation, how breweries handle sanitation and handle all of those procedures. And I think that, if you've got a good procedure in place, that's probably going to help you a lot more than, if you're kind of business as usual.
I mean, we're passionate about it because we love the people that make the beer, and we love what the beer does for the people that enjoy the beer. And we're not making widgets. No offense to widget makers, but to have something that is this important to us and this important to so many people across the state that have had a dream and they've made that dream real, and to get kicked in the stomach like this, it's a lot to take, right?
It is. It's crazy, and I've got a lot of friends, like I said, in restaurant too. I've got a lot of friends that own other small businesses, from boutiques to photography to things like that.
Right.
And it's scary, the number of people that I know that their livelihoods are really on the line right now.
Kelsey, I want you to know I'm doing everything I can to support Iowa Craft Beer. Cheers. Cheers to you. I'm doing everything I can. I know you and everyone there at the Guild is working really hard to make sure that everyone makes it through this. And gosh, how much fun is a beer festival going to be when we can all get together again?
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Yeah. Well, let's drink to that then.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thanks for your time. Yeah, this will be more fun in person.
Right.
Thanks again.